All right, Coach, day one. So what are your initial assessments of how this current group of Bulldogs looks?
Well, I'm excited. I think we have a deep squad. I think our kids are working hard. We've been fortunate to be able to work out, the summer, and then we've had a decent preseason with individuals. So now we're going to be able to see them go up and down a little bit more transition. But I'm really excited about what I see.
The first thing that's noticeable out here is the size difference, right? I mean, you've got, and I mean this in the nicest way possible, you have bigger girls out here, but girls that may actually help you out in the paint. How does that change your offense, your defensive plan out there?
Yeah, it's funny. I must have been ignoring the size for a couple of years. So we definitely feel longer, taller. Inside, I feel like we're very physical. We're able to get into passing lanes. We're going to be a little bit bigger in the zone stuff, a little more touches in the press. So, obviously we're really excited about that. We're not only taller inside, but with AJ on the perimeter, and we have some incoming kids that are going to fill it up a little bit more. So hopefully that turns into all positive things.
One of those incoming girls is Imani Lacy. Everyone loves when a hometown girl returns. What was it like for you to be able to bring her back to Fresno?
It was exciting. We recruited her out of high school, and it just wasn't, it didn't happen. And, to know that she was ready to come home, and we knew how she played. I mean, I told her today, I think I remember her getting 11 rebounds against us. So we're hoping for that again. Just now she's on this side of the ball, but we're really excited. She's looked great in practice. Great attitude, great energy. We have a couple kids from the area, and we're really excited to be able to showcase them in front of their hometown.
So we can't always ask about the incoming players without talking about the outgoing players. How surprised were you about Maddie and Allie's decisions to leave?
I wasn't. It's hard because COVID just allowed for an option, right? Allowed for a choice. In any regular year, that would have been their senior year, and everything would have finished the way it should have been. Kids all over the country are transferring, and we wish them the best. And I mean, goodness, both Maddie and Allie gave a lot to this Bulldog program, so we're grateful for that. But we're excited with this new group that we have. We have 6 new kids, and we have a lot of good energy, and we're going in the right direction.
What do you have to make up for with their departure? I mean, Maddie, of course, being, both of them being 1,000-point scorers.
Yeah, absolutely, and the experience of just running all the offenses for 4 years, right? Also losing Bree and Jenna, those two had been in our program for some time. So we will lose that, but sometimes with change, that newness brings different opportunities to take advantage of. Whether it's the size, we had been playing with Haley, Hannah, and Allie out there at the same time. We're now, Yanina, AJ, some of our height has changed on the perimeter, a little harder to make those entry passes. So we're excited about that. It's going to take a second until we get the offenses in and stuff, but it's been really, really good.
Haley being the Mountain West Player of the Year last year, how much better can she and Hannah get this year, and is that where the bar is for you guys?
Well, obviously we're excited to have them back. And to have what they bring back, their intensity, their competitiveness, the ability to score in the open floor, and then also, Haley being able to take care of the ball and get us into the offenses. Same with Hannah. To be honest, we're going to have to run them a little bit differently than we have, but we're excited about it. And they're still competing, and I don't think they know where the bar is. So they haven't set anything. They're still competing, and the majority rule is that we're going to win a championship. That's why we're here, and we want to win it. We want to win it together.
We asked you this over the summer, but obviously now that the season is here, do you have a team policy on how to handle the social media craze, the TikToks and the NIL stuff? I mean, when you're on the court, it's basketball, right? So what's your plan to kind of manage everything?
We didn't know how it was going to be once all of that started, but I can say 100% I almost don't know it's happening. Okay, number one, I don't have TikTok, and our agreement with our kids, all 15 of them, is that, hey, we walk in the door, we're here to win a championship, We walk out the door, you guys, mind your business. You do it, still knowing you're representing Fresno State and our team. And, I think everybody has really done well in that way. There's some things we have to do to make sure that's compliant, and our team has done a really good job of that.
What's it like going to be able to have fans back now at the St. Mark's Center this season?
Oh, so excited to have our fans. I mean, I can't tell you how much we missed them, and I can't tell you how much we missed our fans. And just having that familiarity when you were walking into the gym, having the noise and the energy. It was so hard to play. In fact, early last year we were like, it's like practice again. And so we're really excited. I know our fans are. I'm really excited to give them a team that works hard, that defends, that we're just going to compete every day until the whistle blows.
And is it just kind of a sigh of relief to not have all these COVID protocols that you guys are dealing with last season?
Yeah, there's some still lingering as we have to wear masks here and there, but it's great to have kids in class. It's great to have kids on campus. The energy is just different. It's been so fun to go to a football game and do some normal things and to let our kids have a normal college experience. I think that's really special to Fresno State and important as we recruit kids. We're saying, hey, we got football, we've got a great program, we've got great fans, and for a year we didn't see that. So we're excited to have that back.
You have an Olympian on your staff. What does it mean to the girls, to you, to have Courtney here?
Really cool. We've known Courtney for a couple of years, and she's good friends with Coach Shannon, but Courtney actually played on the Olympic team with two players that I coached when I was at Utah with Elaine Elliott, and it just feels like one more voice with that experience, one more voice that can share her stories and to see the pinnacle of where she's been. Really a great example to our players, great person. That's always number one, and I think she's going to be a great addition to our program.
How do you repeat that this year?
I'm not really focused on that last year. It was definitely a goal of mine, but we're just looking forward to having a successful year and getting to the March Madness tournament.
What's going to make you guys successful this year?
Just defense. This whole summer we've been grinding on defense and just being consistent with that, and just taking that into the season and being competitive and getting the wins.
How much have you looked at that game film from the Wyoming game in the Mountain West Championship, or have you?
Yes, I watched it a couple times. That was hard to watch, but I mean, you learn from every game and you can learn from it and get better from it and just take it as you go.
What excites you about this team, the girls that are on the team?
I'm just super excited. We're a new team. We're bigger, stronger. So we're really looking forward to this upcoming season.
You had quite a busy summer. How nice is it to kind of slow down and get back to basketball?
Yeah, it's good to be back in Fresno and just start summer workouts and first official day of practice. So it's been really good to get back into the things.
Have you guys been doing anything to kind of bond as a new team with all these new players?
Yeah, we all hang out. The girls, the newcomers, the transfers. We're super excited about this team. The chemistry's there, so we're looking forward to it.
How have your lives changed in the last few months because of the NIL stuff, but also now being back in basketball mode?
Not much, because Hannah and I did this last year just without name, image, and likeness passing, so there's not much difference to it just because we did it last year, YouTube and social media for fun, so the focuses stay the same and priorities stay the same, and I'm just back ready to get after it this season.
But you must have seen an increase in popularity, right? I mean, likes, sharing and all that stuff, plus the endorsements that you guys have.
Yeah, I mean, obviously name, image, and likeness is something cool for all student athletes. It's long overdue, so it's been really cool to see all student athletes being able to partner with companies. It's definitely long overdue, and I'm just glad that we all have this opportunity.
Your coach talked on it how last year kind of just felt like practice. And
yeah.
So how excited are you to have a full St. Mark's?
Yeah, I'm glad that fans are back. Fingers crossed for that. But to have that's like the sixth man on the court and just have the Valley come and support us is something we missed last year, and we're just super excited to get the fans back.
How different is it to not have Maddie and Allie out here?
I'm not trying to focus on that. I just think looking at past stuff or past seasons, that's kind of where you're going to stay. So we just try to look forward. We have a really good group here. We're bigger, stronger, faster. So looking forward to this season.
Do you see the just to follow up, do you see the postseason experience last year as kind of a head start of the new core?
Exactly. I mean, we went to the WNIT and beat Mizzou. I think that was the first SEC team we beat. So the future is bright here, and we have all those girls coming back. So it's going to be super exciting and a really good year.
With you and your sister back as the All Mountain West guards on the team, going into your junior year, are you guys also taking up more of a leadership role with talking about just kind of how the team goes, how the team flows, the day-to-day process and all that?
Right. I mean, it's a new team. Clearly, we had to just rebuild culture and chemistry here, and that's something that we've been focusing on as a team, prioritizing that and just, building chemistry on and off the court. So, yeah, everything's good. The team's going to be doing really good this season.
Do you have any initial thoughts about how the first practice went today?
It was good. It was really good to get after it. First or second hour, 2-hour practice. So we've been conditioning and stuff, but to be able to get up and down the court with the new girls and stuff is always exciting.
Is it too early to tell where your strengths and weaknesses are after one practice, or things that you know that you want to work on for the next practice, or maybe even throughout the season?
I just think that just keeping defense as the main focus, always, I think that'll help us just be more successful. That's something we believe that we need to do better at from the last season. So I just think making that the main focus always and consistency with that will help us be successful for this year.
It's day one, but I guess just who some of the new girls can kind of just touch on who they are and what they're bringing to the team.
Jess, she's the new post. She's been bringing a lot of intensity. Her rebounding is very, very high. So we're super excited about her. But all the new girls, really, the transfers, the new incoming freshmen are really good. So I think they'll be a huge help. But I mean, we have a lot of shoes to fill, so we're just grinding each day and trying to get a knack of things.
Coach mentioned that in kind of molding this team together, she might ask you and your sister to do some different things. Is there certain goals or emphasis they've asked for you to focus on this offseason and preseason?
I just think that regarding defense and stuff, usually I play on the bottom of the zone. We have more size this year, so hopefully that'll help me move to the top. But there's just some scenarios where we could change a little bit and she can ask us a couple things. But we have a lot of size, so definitely more of a personnel, but I'm excited about it.
It was actually it just all happened kind of fast, but I just wanted to be home, and I knew it was time for me to come home. So I had a conversation with my previous coaches, and we worked it out, and I ended up coming here.
When you were in high school, or even I guess when you were younger than that, what was this program like to you? Did you go to games? Did you follow it closely?
Yeah, when I was in high school, we used to come to their practices. Like, they'll have practices, and we would watch them practice, and I always enjoyed watching them and how hard they worked and how much fun they had together and the chemistry they had.
Do you have a favorite memory? I mean, that was probably during the stretch when we went to 7 straight NCAA tournaments, right? So do you remember, something that stood out about the Bulldogs back then?
Honestly, I have terrible memory. So honestly, it was just all together, like how they cheered with each other and how like there was such a team, like family atmosphere, and I enjoyed that, like seeing that, and like I was like, I like how they're how would I say it? I like how they're so together. So, and it's always been like, I wouldn't say a dream of mine, but like having that atmosphere around myself.
What do you think the culture is like of this team, and what do you think you can bring to the team this season?
What I'm going to bring to this year's season is just a lot of my knowledge of being in this conference once upon a time, bringing that to the team, and now that knowing I'm a veteran, that I will just bring what I know to help the younger people who haven't been like my younger teammates, and just my rebounding. If anybody knows my stats, that's one thing I'm good at, rebounding, and my blocking.
Coach White joked about a game where I think he had 11 rebounds against Fresno State last year. In terms of being a part of this program, what did you know about this current group of girls before you joined them?
I just know they worked hard, and like they're very team oriented, and they work together well, and everybody has their own thing that they do, and they know their roles. So fitting in and knowing my role with this, I just knew like it would all click. All we just needed is a couple practices together to understand each other and get that chemistry going.
I feel like this is a silly question, but being a teammate of the Cavenders, how many TikToks will you be a part of during the course of the season?
Honestly, right now I haven't been part of any, but if they ask me to, I will.
Are you familiar with how popular they've become?
Yeah.
What do you think about all that?
It's great. Like, the fact that they're twins and they're doing it together and like having your sister to do it with, that's, it's not, I wouldn't say easy, but like mostly it's everyone on their own by themselves. So having your sister next to you, and not just your sister, your twin sister, it's really cool.
And to be able to join a team that has made it to the postseason, has been so close to making it even further, just how excited are you to join a team like that?
I'm really excited. My goal is to leave this place with the ring. So that's my goal, and I'm gonna stick to it.
What was it like playing against this team, and what excites you about now being on their side?
Well, before I was, it was always a game to play when I was not playing with them. So my whole family would come to the game when we played at home. So I just knew all my other games were bad, this game had to be the best game of my life. So every time I was always ready. I was watching extra film. I was staying and make sure I was in the gym ready to go. And so when it came time to playing, they couldn't stop me. So now that I'm on the opposite side, I'm just, it's easier because they had a lot. They have the twins that can shoot, they can do everything. And having Maddie Udi here last year, it was, having to guard her and her rebounding skills. So it's kind of a battle between us two in the paint. So now being on the opposite side, it definitely makes it easier for me.
What do you think that moment will be like when you put on, Fresno jersey and have your hometown fans here?
It'll be a lot, because I know I have a lot of younger generations, like even my brothers, for example, that look up to me. And my AAU team that I used to play for, a lot of those girls look up to me too. So being able to put that jersey on and show them like you can do anything that you want to do, it means a lot. And being around a good atmosphere of coaches and around my teammates also make it a lot more fun for me.
You talk about wanting to be home. Who in your family is the most excited that you're here?
My brothers. My little brother. He used to, before I was at home, I would call my mom. We would literally talk every day, and he'll take the phone from my mom and he'll just sit on the phone and not even pay attention to me, but he just wants to be on the phone with me. So I think he's really excited, but I'm pretty sure my whole family is excited. From my immediate family to my extended family, they're all excited that I'm home and I'm around all my loved ones and get to finish my collegiate career off here.
How many games did they go to previously? Because I'm sure they'll be at every, or certainly every home game.
They've been to quite a lot, but it was also kind of difficult sometimes because in Reno it snowed a lot, so they couldn't really get there, and plane tickets aren't that cheap. So I think now that I'm home, they're definitely going to be at every game, and the stands will definitely be packed with a lot of my family.